morning. It is week 2 of our lactate threshold block. So yesterday, wasn't able to wake up like as early as I wanted to get it done before work, so I actually ended up doing it last night. So last time I ran was about 12 hours ago, and it was a 10.5 mile in a tempo run. So, but only 4 miles are at tempo pace, essentially. I did a 2-mile warm-up, and that second mile, I do 0.05 mile strides with 0.05 mile cool down recovery. So I do that for the second mile, and then the next 2 miles I do at threshold pace. So yesterday I was able to push a lot harder than I've been able to, and hold about a 7-minute pace for the whole 2 miles. And then I do 1 mile, cool down, and then repeat that. So 2 miles again, around a 7-minute pace, and then a mile cool down. Then I do a mile and about a quarter of a cool down to a hill, and I do 7 times hill repeats. And those hill repeats are basically hill strides, same thing, 0.05 miles up, 0.05 down, repeat it 7 times, and then just like another half mile to round it out. Today, the plan was to do more of an interval workout, 1 mile repeats, kind of same cool warm-up, cool down process with the hill strides and everything. But I wanted to get out and do my hill repeat day, which was supposed to be Thursday, on a day that I'm not working, so that I could do it on the trail in the sun. So now, probably gonna do what in my head is gonna be a 7x7. So I'm gonna go about a mile or so warm up, get to the hill, and then 7 times up that hill, and then I'm gonna jog it out a little bit, get to a smaller hill, do some hill strides, 7 more of those, and cool down, get in here, stretch. That'll be a wrap. So just liking to play with my training a little bit. I don't want to be super rigid. I put a lot of thought into what I'm doing. I've read a lot, researched a lot. However, I don't want to be married to a plan and not be able to deviate from it. So that's what we're doing today. Did our big tempo workout run yesterday, getting our good hill repeat workout today. Tomorrow will be recovery, Thursday mile repeats, Friday, Saturday long run, Sunday recover. So one done. I don't know what that's better training for, the uphill or the downhill. So just came down, jogging back to my starting point. I got the heart rate definitely up there. It's gonna be hard. That's the thing, these are supposed to be hard. Yesterday was hard. Today is going to be hard. Tomorrow should be easy. Go easy when you're supposed to go easy. Go hard when you're supposed to go hard. That's what it's all about. Be transformed, baby. Lap 4. About to start lap 5. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie and gloves, something I like to do in training. So it's kind of called active heat training. I mean, it's California, it's not that cold, but it's definitely not hot out here. But with this hood on, you know, it's definitely, my body's warming up a lot. So, you know, you can do active like this, passive, sitting in a sauna, whatever you like, but totally helps. I mean, I did Folsom, and Folsom got over 100 degrees, felt great with the heat pretty much the whole time, and I did do a lot of sauna work as well, but gotta find what works with you, your schedule. This doesn't take extra time, so 2 birds, 1 stone. Seven times, 5 miles total, including the warm-up 1.25 miles, and 1,300 feet of climbing so far. Now time to go 7 hill sprints. Walking it out a little bit, let myself recover, because that killed. I only walked maybe 5-10 seconds while I was recording one of the videos, so not bad.
Alright, hill stretch done. Now just cool down. Got 6 miles. Got 1,600 feet of climbing. About a mile and a quarter, mile and a half left. Go stretch. And that's the day.
Alright, so for perspective, that is where I run down and then go over this way and then up the back that way and then down. So, it actually doesn't look that big from here. In real life, that looks horrible. Just finished about 22 minutes of stretching, and as I was finishing that run, finishing the stretch, I really just thinking, you've got to be willing to do the things that scare you. So while I took a lot of information from Eric over at My Endurance Life, from Joe Corcione and his podcast at Everyday Ultra, Jason Koop's book, Ultra Running Guide, I forget the exact title of it. I built my own training plan, and it wasn't like I was building things that I thought were, going to be easy or, oh, that'll be doable. No, I put in workouts that scared me. Workouts that weren't going to be easy, that were going to challenge me. 8 times 400 meter repeats as pretty much as fast as I could go pace. 2 mile repeats, 1 mile repeats, 7 hill repeats, hill strides. And that's the hill strides is what I took away from another YouTube channel, from Run Labs. These like suicide type workouts that I'm doing to build my legs even more, to break down my legs even more. It's challenging, it hurts, it's painful, it's things that I look at and, I don't always look forward to doing them. But when you complete it, you feel strong and you feel good, and you know that by putting in the work now, come race day, you're going to be able to deliver the best performance that you can. I did a race, my last race was in October or November. It was the Live Oak Odyssey, and it was just a 6-hour timed race, and you just did this really hard loop course as many times as you could, and I didn't train for it, really. And I went out fast, and I stayed in the lead for the first 3 laps. And I forget how many we ended up doing, like 10 or 12. But had I put in the training like I did today, like I've been doing for the last 7 weeks, like I will be doing for the next 3-4 months, how good could I have done? And that's what I'll be challenging myself on the 12-hour, 24-hour, 100-milers. Obviously the 12 and 24-hour training races, so I'm not going to be trying to push and redline the whole time or anything like that. But still, what kind of performance can you do when you really dig deep, when you really push the limit, when you really put in the work? And that goes for every aspect of our life, whether it's in your work, at home. What kind of progress can you make? What standard can you set when you truly put in the work? So hopefully you guys enjoyed that hill workout that I did. Maybe you guys can take it into your own training, but keep it fun, do what you love, or you won't love doing it. So see you guys next time, and remember, be transformed.